change over to the pick overlay. Let's go.
Good. Oh, well, if you are just joining us, it is Dota is Hard in-house night. I am Danavis. Joining me in the co-caster's chair, that being the chair of his computer, is my good friend, The.Spectre.
Hello, hello.
Tonight we have the Radiant team versus Champagne Showers.
Who are on the dire. It is blocked out on our very, very nice overlay. But yeah, they are the top. The top team.
Yes, indeed. We may actually need to edit that overlay a little bit if we're going to try casting those team games.
We definitely will need to, and I need to turn my audio down very quickly.
You do.
I know,
yes, we are considering doing some casting for some sort of
Oceanic Dota?
Yes. But,
so if you like our casting, it would be a giant help if you could follow us on the Twitch, of course, being twitch.tv/SpecDota, as well as subscribe to the channel and view our videos on youtube.com/SpecDota.
Yeah, just view them. We don't need you to watch them, but just get a view on there.
Yeah,
it's sweet. It's all about the numbers.
Put likes on there. Just subscribe to the channel.
Just for the EP, and that's all it is. Very standard picks and bans. I'm liking the tree ban, recognizing that tree is just too much trouble.
That living armor, they don't want to go against it.
It's just more trouble than it's worth.
It's basically a one mid lane in every experience I've had. Remember the tree game that we played where our tri-lane completely failed, and then I just rotated and was kind of helping out lanes, but it was just, even though I was like level 3 at like 6 minutes in, I was still helping people out by just chucking out the living armor when they were getting dived on or were diving.
Exactly. It's just a spectacular hero, and it costs no mana.
There's 25 mana for a global semi-refraction.
Yeah, a global here. It's just ridiculous.
So
it needs to be nerfed into the ground.
Yeah. We're gonna
like
see
I want it to cost.
Picked up already.
I want it to cost at least 100 mana.
I think 100 would be a bit much.
At least 100, and have a range of 200.
So you have to be right next to them.
Exactly.
That's
right next to them. Massive mana. Tree no longer picked by anyone. Done. Go back to the way it was.
So we're gonna have a Keeper of the Light and a Shadow Demon picked up. So maybe the Radiant side are trying to kind of get the bans of the Leshrac and Lina out in the next banning phase, because they actually don't want to pick those heroes but different ones.
Maybe.
It is a good strategy to get a combo hero in the second round, like, you know, a Wisp, so they automatically ban out, you know, the CK and Tiny and sort of waste those bans, because you can always just pick up a different hero.
Radiant team ban.
That's true. The Gyrocopter, pretty standard pickup. Countered somewhat by the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, dude.
But he is a great anti-carry overall.
Yeah, Shadow Demon just a really a top support. I'm surprised he's actually making it through these pick and ban phases, because he's played quite well by most people now. You know, watching as many pro games as people tend to these days, it's quite obvious to see how you should be playing that Shadow Demon.
I'd love to see Pugna picked up more often.
Yeah, Pugna's actually been picked up quite regularly in the recent DreamHack Summer Tournament.
I mean, he's such a great little anti-carry.
Exactly, and the buffs to Netherblast recently has made him an even better pusher than he was before. So instead of doing 30% damage to buildings, it's now 50%.
Yeah, he does great damage to buildings, and the what's it called that turns him into a ghost?
Decrepify.
That's the one. It you know, anti-carry late game, they can't do shit when everybody's relying on right clicks.
Yep.
And then just slap down a ward and Skywrath Mage with one ulti.
I'm just thinking, does Decrepify and Soulcatcher stack? Because if they did, I think having a Shadow Demon Disruption into Soulcatcher, into Decrepify, into Pugna Blast is going to be something that you definitely don't want to face.
They wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah.
Looks like we lost one.
You'd just be utterly just paralyzed with slowness. You'd be so slow you'd start going backwards.
You would be. We're going to see a Warlock picked up by the Dire side, so we're going to see a lot of area of effect stuns, and that's so annoying. Fatal Bonds coming out. It's honestly one of the most frustrating things to lane against, because if you get caught with the lane creeps, you can do absolutely nothing to avoid getting killed, well, not killed off, but getting damaged quite a lot by the other creeps getting hit.
Yeah, dick move by the Warlock there, in general. And I mean, the Gyrocopter's flat cannon means that damage can be quite substantial. Because even if he's just hitting creeps, he's going to be hitting a lot of creeps.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a Windrunner is going to be picked up for, I assume, Kaya, and the Spectre is going to be picked up on the side of the Dire. So some interesting choices at the moment. So far, the Dire don't have the strongest tri-lane. I'm not sure if they'll pick up another support and maybe send Warlock mid lane, and then maybe pick up someone like a Leshrac to kind of complement the Warlock's push, or what they'll decide for their last pick. And on the side of the Radiant, we still have to see, I'd say another no, we've got the Windrunner. She can always go mid and semi-carry, or Templar can.
Templar's
maybe more of a hard carry. They already have the kind of mid-game, but...
I'm thinking Windrunner hard carry. Off lane, of course, getting kills against the tri-lane, if played by Kaya, and then going into a hard carry there. I'm thinking, Aghanims, probably followed by a Divine Rapier, use that ulti to just kill everyone. That's the way.
Desolated Divine Rapier.
Yeah, but the Aghs, doesn't the Aghs increase the ulti? Yeah, it makes the orb effects carry over.
Yeah, which Divine Rapier isn't.
Oh, that's true, but you can get something like a Skadi, make just nobody able to run away at all.
Oh yeah, you could. Although I think on range heroes, Skadi's actually like a buff placer, not a UAM. So
yeah, Skadi's weird.
Skadi's weird like that.
On a Deso though, you could do it. As you said, the Deso would work it well.
Aghs.
I want to see something weird for these last picks.
I think even better is the Basher Aghs. Because they just basically get stun locked with the attack speed that you throw out.
That's true. It's just a... How long does it last for? It's a... Last
1.4...
20 seconds.
The ultimate, right, yeah. And that's if you don't break attacks.
20 seconds stun on the Windrunner.
So we're going to see who the final picks are. The Dire do decide to ban out the Nakes as more of a carry role, as well as the Silencer, which would definitely stop the teamfight capabilities with the Gyrocopter, Jekaro, and Warlock throwing out those big ultimates. And Spectre easily being able to join the fights when the ultimate's thrown out. And they're going to pick up an Alchemist for their farming carry. Probably one of the best farming carries you could hope for.
Yeah, he's if played right, Alchemist is just devastating.
He's just monstrous.
If played wrong, he's incredibly mediocre.
Oh, and an Invoker going to be the last pickup.
Oh, we're seeing Wei on the Invoker.
And this is going to be an interesting game.
Wei, of course, last game going a Queen of Pain, not dying as far as I'm aware.
And getting a Rampage right before the good game was called.
I mean, that really sparked the good game call. That Queen of Pain Rampage, alright, well, we're done.
Yeah, it was like, we're a little behind and we can probably draw out the game a little bit. Maybe they'll make a mistake. Rampage!
And then just boom.
Alt QQ. So we'll see who pick up the final two heroes, and then we'll jump into the game. There we go. So we are going to see Ashashinand, or Ash, on the Alchemist, Kaya on the Windrunner, Shiro on the Templar Assassin, Rampage on the Keeper of Light, and COLDOM on the Shadow Demon.
And over on the Dire side, we have hengtengc on the Warlock, Spyker playing the Spectre, Xeon taking on that DotA. All expectations upon him on that mid-invoker, and Utterly Broken playing the Gyrocopter. Wei and Utterly Broken both on some sort of team.
Yes, they are.
But looks of things.
On SyDD.
Yes, indeed.
Not quite sure what it stands for, but it stands for something, and they'll fight for it.
I love Shagbuck. He's adorable.
He is such a cute courier.
I
Look, he's
think-
even like playing with the owl. I want that courier
30
now.
seconds to
That
show
was-
Did they keep his balls in?
Let me zoom.
I think I have this feeling that they were removed.
There's like
There's something,
there's
but
like
I
a
just-
shadow.
I have a feeling it was removed from the actual model, despite Anoxi's love for testicles,
What a shame.
and putting them onto the models.
So we're going to see the tri-lane of Alchemist, Shadow Demon, and Keeper of the Light. Of course, this is a very
And
potent
away we
tri-lane.
go.
With the disruption coming out, Keeper of the Light can start charging up that Illuminate, and if Alchemist times it well, he can get out a stun that definitely locks them in there,
Got a
and it turns
feeling
out
this
to be
is
a
gonna be
lot
good.
of magical and physical damage, as that stun is actually physical damage from the Alchemist.
Early Smoke of Deceit on the Jakiro as well, so they might be looking to use that to sneak in and get an early first blood.
Yeah, we're actually going to see an offensive tri-lane from the Dire side, so we're going to see a lot of action on the bottom lane here. Not really the
Keeper of the Lights,
strongest lane here.
Spot out that Jakiro.
Yeah, I'm going to spot the rotation before it even happens, and Jakiro really wants to get down that pull ward. No, he just places it for vision.
I think what we're definitely going to see on this bottom lane is Warlock just waiting until level 6 to get that stun.
Oh, but he's not going to get it very quickly in the tri-lane.
Yeah, that's the tri-lane strat. Just that's when he gets his tri-lane stun.
They're throwing out a lot of harassment because they know that the Keeper of the Light's going off to stack, but they know he's also stacking, so they're going to move in and try and disrupt the pull. Because that is the good and bad thing of running an offensive tri-lane. You can use both range supports to harass out a lane, but it does mean that they're going to be splitting the experience 3 ways. And if they're unable to stop those pulls, or stop the farm of the opposing hero, it's not a good trade.
Yeah, I mean,
With the disruption coming out. Oh, the Illuminate's going to hit as well, and the stun comes out. Xeon's quite low on health, but no follow-up as of yet. I'm not sure if they'll be able to take this kill. Xeon does only have 290 move speed. Alchemist at 295. Shadow Demon at 295, and Keeper of the Light at 315. So, and Warlock already using the heal on himself.
yeah, this spells trouble for that Jakiro. Meanwhile, the warding, I wish that they had have blocked the pull camp here with one of these wards. It just seems like a waste.
I think what they were trying to do more is just gain vision over the rotation of the Radiant supports, and blocking off the pull lane, you can usually get a little bit of vision off, but then it tells you basically exactly what range the ward is in, so you can instantly de-ward it.
Yeah,
And
but I
with
mean, you can
sentries-
place it, you know,
Yeah, with Sentry, I think
you can place it here, or down here, or over here.
Really, I
Yeah.
think they should have been checking inventories because no one on the Radiant actually has sentry wards on them, so it probably would have been a good idea to put it there. Or even just place one behind the tower. Of course, my ping is massive as always, but that's because I'm streaming in 720p, so
Let's see,
it
what's my
usually
ping?
sits around 200 to 400 for me.
33. That's what you get for living right next to the server.
Oh yeah, mine is usually that. It's just, yeah, streaming.
So it looks like Wei's gone for a Sunstrike build.
Yeah, really the only way that you can play Invoker in mid lane is going the Exhort build, just because otherwise you have absolutely no right-click damage and you just get completely out-harassed, and especially against a Templar Assassin, you know, with a Refraction.
Kaya looks like he's reloading Dota as well.
Yeah, interestingly not coming up as disconnected in-game.
Yeah, that's why it's weird. I was like, what do you mean he's offline?
Yeah, just went,
Very strange.
Fire is now online. I'm like, what?
What? Winning in the last hits as well
Yeah.
against this Gyrocopter quite
Gyrocopter has nothing at the moment.
quite severely.
They're sitting at 0-0 while Kaya's up at 6-3, also burning through 2 tangos already. But Kaya has only taken the 1.
Yeah, I mean, Kaya, what can you say? I'm going to be watching this top lane with great interest. Kaya is a spectacular windrunner player.
Definitely. We're going to have to see if Xeon's going to be able to escape this. Obviously, the tactical pauses coming out from the Dire side. And it's gonna
Except,
have...
of course, it was Kaya. Of course,
Still can be tactical.
of course. Very tactical. Let your enemies roam around freely in the map, check all inventories and stats and everything, and work out the best thing to do while you're trying to gank them.
Of course.
And while you can't move. Or look around. I like the fact that the audio for the heal is still going off.
Yeah, the like the little whispers.
The whispers of evil as he, as this demonic heal goes off.
It's so terrible when someone's teleporting and your team was the one that paused and you can't move your screen away and just going...
I can't escape it!
But no, why?
And of course, this is the horror that 3 of these Radiant players are going to... And there we go! Yeah, as I said, they're being subjected to this creepy... It's very creepy noise going off.
We can just look away and we're fine.
They cannot escape.
Louder if I zoom in. No, it is. I'm gonna turn up the audio as well. Gotta turn that down. Gotta turn that down.
Turn it down.
There we go. So, I'd like to take the time to say thank you for tuning in if you're a new viewer to Dota is Hard. Thanks for coming and checking out the Twitch channel, which is of course Twitch TV/SpecDota. The YouTube is youtube.com/SpecDota. So, it looks like Wei is back and he's good to go. So
and don't forget to change your overlay.
I didn't change it in the first place.
Okay.
So Xeon's running away. The stun's going to come back up for Alchemist soon. Ooh, a good ice path coming out. Rampage getting caught a little. Coldomatic getting harassed back, and he's going to be healed up. Is the Illuminate kills him off?
Oh, Rampage.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Rampage finds him with the light.
Spectacular. Good, wonderful.
Excellent, excellent play.
Gyrocopter, meanwhile, is on the board with 2 last hits.
Kaya, meanwhile, still harassing him quite well. Does have the power shot level 2 available for him for that long range harass, and also for killing off multiple creeps at once.
And he's picked up a Basilius to keep his mana up. Gets 2 creeps and the harass with that power shot.
Yeah, we weren't lying when we said Kai's a good player. But that flat cannon harass is going to get very annoying for the Windrunner, because Gyrocopter can just position himself like he is right now and just harass him off the lane. It's sort of like a Kunkka Tidebringer.
Yeah, and it's so spammable.
It's basically like having a ranged support with you at all times. Luckily, for Kaya at least, the Gyrocopter's flat cannon was nerfed in the most recent patch, so now it's on a 30-second cooldown instead of a 20-second cooldown.
I love watching the animations as Kaya stops his auto attack.
And the bow still springs.
Springs a little bit, yeah.
Boing, boing.
Look at those last hits go. I mean that's just patience.
This is what we were saying about the bottom lane, taking quite a bit of harass from that last word, I think it's called. Fatal Bonds. What am I talking about? Last word.
Last word.
That's a freaking Pokemon move.
It's a silencer move.
Oh, it is as well. It's both!
Silencer stole it from Pokemon. Really.
So Alchemist going for the 1-1-1 build, but Shadow Demon, not enough mana to cast the Disruption, and also throws out the Shadow Poison, so he's not going to have it for quite a while. I think he should have saved up his mana there for a bit, because with... of course the Chakra Magic, what am I talking about? So he does have enough to use it now, but with the Chakra only up at level 1, opting for a point in Mana Leak instead. Ooh, the pings are coming out. Are they going to go on this Alchemist? The Disruption comes out, but it's just a defensive Disruption, so they're not going to go on the Spectre. Oh, but the stun is channeled up. He's going to stun himself up and do quite a bit of damage.
Oh, top lane. The stun is going on Kaya.
It's not
He
going
is
to be
in
enough
serious
to kill
trouble.
him off.
A sunstrike there would have killed him.
Very true.
I wish we would see the sunstrike come out because that's 225 damage. I think that would have been
pure
enough.
damage as well. So yeah,
Is it pure? Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's pure damage.
That would have killed him at any point during that during the last couple of minutes. He was down really low.
Yeah, and he was just sort of sitting there as well. Oh, and a bit of a misplay from the Warlock there. Accidentally putting the Shadow Word out on a creep instead of the arrow. Oh, the Sunstrike coming out and hitting him right on Alchemist, so that's going to be a good chunk of health taken off. Meanwhile,
Yeah, that's... Alchemist is in trouble. He's no regen. He's going to have to get some from his supports, but I don't even...
Oh, the
all there are
gets thrown out. Wei's gonna hit on. Oh, and that's a kill for Shiro
Wei.
in the middle of Wei.
The first death we've ever seen on Wei.
The double damage trap and meld strike just too much for the Invoker to last through, which is why he's often not picked up anymore. He's just too squishy and without any sort of escape or, you know, kind of deterrence move like a gyrocopter rocket barrage or a meld. You don't need those support rotations and you can just take him down solo with a fortuitous rune.
I mean, he does have the Ghost Walk, which I suppose you could get.
Yeah, it is, but you do need to put a level of Wex in that quite early and you move horrifically slow while under it. And if the TA has some creeps there you can splash, of course you're not going to really go for that. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, you know what, I'll pick up TA as a counter, but...
Yeah.
But it's
That's
still...
true, a counter to the Ghost Walk.
But Ghost Walk is very, very crappy at early levels, and you really want to maximize the Sunstrike damage or get the points up so you get the 2 Forged Spirits at 4-4 in Quas Exhort.
He has put a level in Wex, though.
So you have
he could do it.
He's going to go for that Ghost Walk.
Yeah, he could do it.
Dire's top tower's getting
Having the
beat
Cold
down.
Snap invoked at the moment. Meanwhile, Kaya does have the Phase Boots and Ring of Basilisk up, and is leading the last hit board at the moment, 34 for 11. Gyrocopter way behind at only half the CS in both denies and last hits. Just the power shot proving to be a bit better than the Rocket Barrage in this instance.
The Kaya shot comes through. I mean, like I said, the carry Windrunner is what it's going to be all about.
Yeah, generally Kaya goes for that early Orchid into a... what was it? It was 4-staff Orchid and then something really crazy. Like quite odd.
Mask of Madness.
Nah, it wasn't Mask of Madness. Ooh, Invoker is going to take a little bit of harass damage for the creeps here, and we're getting some pings behind the tower.
Guess
The
what's
Warlock's
happening
keeping
to
this
Dire's
tri-lane
bottom
alive, but it's
tower?
really not achieving too much. Spectre is sitting at higher last hits than the Alchemist though, so that's something to take away, but I believe the level spread will be a bit worse for them. Let me switch over. You can see Jakiro and Shadow Demon at the bottom, and in fact Spectre just sitting at level 4 there, where the Alchemist is already up at level 5, and the Keeper of the Light above him in experience just as well.
And both of the top lane heroes up there on level 7. So,
And the TA with that kill is up at level 8, highest hero level on the map so far. Apparently utterly broken, having a bit of a high ping.
maybe his net's utterly broken. Aha.
Shiro getting harassed by the Exhort Invoker a little bit, possibly trying to just bring him forwards a little bit. And something I didn't think about was that if Shiro does go into that meld strike, the Sunstrike is an excellent way to deter them from sitting in that for too long.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like a torrent is really effective against that as well. Apparently 400 ping on Broken. Possibly explaining his terrible last hits. Possibly an excuse for his terrible last hits.
Yeah, at the moment,
You never know.
18-6, he's still playing decently, but really, really getting out CS by Kai here, who does look like she's going for the early 4 stuff.
Yeah, and it's almost at 50 here. Almost 50 CS at 9 minutes in. It's pretty damn good.
Oh, Kaya coming forwards. Oh, the Rocket Barrage gets thrown out, but not in range. Kaya not falling for that fog trap. Oh,
Takes
meanwhile,
down those
Shiro's
trees.
dived in too far. Oh! The dual breath goes wide, and she manages to kill off the Invoker with the Meld Strike hit. Goes back into Meld. She's going to go and join here. Oh, the regen activated as well. Xeon is in a bad spot. The trap thrown out, the slow thrown out as well. She going to go on under the tower. No, misses the Meld Strike, unfortunately, so no massive minus armor. Meanwhile, the Radiant putting a lot of pressure on this bottom tower.
Warlock's going to deny the mid tower. So that's an unfortunate loss for the Radiant team.
It does deny them quite a bit of gold.
But mid lane is now not going to get TP'd in on, so it's still okay. You know, it's not.
Yeah, but if they take down this bottom tower, it'll be a lot more control over the Roshan pit. Still not as good a position as the Dire, but a lot better than they could be. The Shadow Poison getting thrown out. Keeper of the Lights down here with them now. Oh, and the stun getting channeled up by Ash. It gets thrown out on the Warlock. The Illuminate's being charged out. Oh, but it hits while he's still in the disruption. But Shiro comes in the back end and kills off one. It's going to be a second. Missing the Meld Strike, but still getting the kill. The Cold Snap's going to come out, and Shiro's going to go down behind the tower. The Sunstrike's going to kill the Alchemist off. Some excellent aim there from Wei. So we're going to see 2 return kills. The Spectre, meanwhile, throws out the ultimate. Needs to jump in. Wei gets a double kill. It's going to be a triple kill as well. Excellent TP in there. And some nice play from the Invoker.
Good response there from the Dire. After that 2 kills taken out by Shiro, that they really turned that around.
Yeah, exactly. It turns a 3 for 0 into, or sorry, it was a 2 for 0 for a 3 for 2.
Yeah, but the TA still sitting at the top of the net worth graph there, with Kaya only just behind, despite having no kills, no assists. That's pure CS.
Exactly. It'll be interesting
and
to see what happens.
Has only just been eclipsed by the Spectre, who's at
Meanwhile,
103.
Kaya's Ring of Health was actually for a mechanism, so she already does have that headdress up. A nice little Meld Strike minus armor combo coming out from the Alchemist and the TA there. Really kills off that support hero quickly.
Like Dire's bottom tower got
And another denied tower.
The Dire, another deny. That's really got to hurt a snowball hero like TA, who doesn't really rely on the early gold, but definitely benefits from it immensely, being able to get up a very quick blink dagger. At the moment, only 50 off, so if she got those 2 towers, she would already have a blink, and this Gyro would have been dead a long time ago. The cooldown gets thrown out, but the double damage, the slow from the cooldown is going to be enough. He's going to throw out the stun as well, or are you going to see a Sunstrike follow-up for this?
Might want to mine the top tower.
She melds. Oh, and the Sunstrike does come out, but it's going to be instantly a runaway for the TA.
Yeah, the Meld Strike
top tower's getting beat down.
disjointing that rocket, that missile there.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Or
Kaya
at least stopping it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kaya hitting on that tower. I think it might have just been because it's only a level. No, it's a 2.2 duration stun. So yeah, it must have disjointed it.
Didn't get stunned, so it must have disjointed because it still hit, but I didn't see any damage come out from it.
Yeah.
And,
we're seeing some pings on the Invoker. The trap's thrown out, and the blink is there, but the Ghost Walk comes out. There's no detection on this team at the moment, so it's going to be a failed gank on the Invoker there, but they should be able to push down this tower with the 2 high damage heroes. Wei is going to hang around and desperately needs some TPs in.
Breaking through the
no splash coming out from the tower, of course. Oh, Spectre does ultimate in, doesn't let them hit for a while, but the Meld Strike comes out. The Tornado only hits on 1, but the Meatball thrown down.
Kaya, stop running through the Meatball!
But it's ended just off, and he's going to escape the Shadow Dagger and teleport out. Yes, gets out just in time. Meanwhile, Shiro melts down on such low health. Is she going to get ticked over? Yes, gets ticked over by the Jackra's Dual Breath and Liquid Fire. The cooldown comes out. Oh, and Alchemist gets stuck, as well as Shadow Demon. The Radiant are really on the run here. A good Illuminate comes through. I can hear a... It kills off the Shadow Demon with some help from the Flat Cannon, I believe. The stun needs to get thrown down. Wei in a bad spot. Very low health. The Acid Spray thrown out as well. Illuminate hits on Gyro, but an excellent ice path coming out from
Radiant's top
Xeon.
tower's taking hits.
Oh,
Utterly
Shackle!
broken, shackled up to the tree, gonna go down to one last auto attack, and Kaya gets a response kill.
That's gotta hurt.
Ah, yeah, that's Shackle.
Oh,
She's
going
chasing.
for Xeon as well.
Oh,
The stun comes
just
out,
ice
but
path.
too fast for that, and the Illuminate's gonna come through. It's a double kill for Kaya. She's not
2 for
done
1.
yet, or he rather. Windrunner's not done yet.
It's hard to remember that Kai is a guy.
Too much Windrunner, too much.
Too much. Oh, spectacular 2 kills there. And it didn't die either. We forget that despite being
Yeah,
very low...
because TP'd out at the beginning, so no death for
and then
Kaya
came
either.
back in. So,
So some nice little play there. It looks like Alchemist is going to be going for that early, well not early, but Alchemist is going to be going for that Shadow Blade build, already picking up the Claymore. So really trying to
that double
accelerate
kill.
his farm.
yeah, that double kill's actually escalated Kai's farm to being the top farmer there. Highest net worth in the game.
Yeah, it definitely has. And with the pickup of a mechanism, it's going to give their team a lot more survivability in the inevitable team fights that are going to come out with this Warlock Golem that is now online.
Online and ready for action. I hope we see the Ags build. I hope he gets
Oh,
it
the
up.
slow gets
I
thrown
love
out.
the-
Oh, look at the
oh,
Meld
oh.
Strike damage on Warlock. He only
Oh, and he
needs 2
turns!
more
Why would
hits.
you turn?
But
Oh, but he doesn't
Shiro
die.
disengages and the Warlock Golem comes out. I don't know why. He's not going to be able to follow
Oh.
this up with enough damage. I don't
Turn
think.
around. Turn.
It comes out. If he throws out a Meld Strike here, it might be a kill on the Warlock. The slow gets thrown out. Oh, and yes, look at that Meld Strike damage. Spectre goes back in, but the disruption comes out. The Golem is chasing. We don't want to see go down to Shiro.
The Dire best do something
Okay,
about
go
that bottom
down.
tower.
Shiro go down to the Golem rather. And TA is going to be able to just activate a regen rune and get all of
Gets
the
the
health
kill.
back from that game.
Gets the kill, but I've got to say, the turnaround really, really slow that down. That kill could have been much earlier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ping's coming out on the Alchemist. They know the stun's headed for him, so maybe trying to chain it up with an Invoker Sunstrike. Sunstrike has been invoked, and it looks like he's ready to throw it out when it hits. It does hit, but he does use Chemical Rage beforehand, so I don't think it's going to be thrown out. Meanwhile, Wei getting shackled up by Kaya through a crypt. The dust is popped up as well. The Illuminate thrown out, and that is a dead Invoker. An excellent play there from Kaya, actually picking up the dust himself to ensure the kill there. And an excellent Illuminate again by Rampage. So we're going to see this top T1 Dire Tower probably be the first tower to go down and not actually be denied.
I don't know, they can still deny it.
And there we go,
Dire's
destroyed by
got
the
one
Radiant.
last top
Meanwhile,
tower.
Shiro possibly in a bad spot, getting surrounded by hengtengc, but who is very susceptible to the burst of the TA right now. We saw in the last fight, just one Meld Strike takes out 3/4 of his health. So he has to be very careful of his positioning when Templar Assassin is off the map.
TA, so very dangerous. I mean, she could jump in right now and get a kill. Probably would die for it, but she could get
Yeah,
it.
it definitely would. We see pings from Shiro coming out on Spyker, probably wants to go in here. Kai's
run
going to be
into
sitting
the,
here looking for a shackle shot. Oh, the shackle misses, but we're going to see... Oh, the Meld Strike also misses, and we're going to see a rotation in from Wei. As well as hengtengc. They spot out Rampage, channeling Illuminate, which does hit on Spiker, I believe, but the Warlock heal gets thrown out. Might see a
Yeah,
live
isn't
game
max
here.
level
Oh,
either.
hengtengc comes through. Oh, an excellent
double shackle.
from Kaya. So the Warlock's going to be burst down before he can even throw the ultimate out. And Illuminate hits on the Gyrocopter. Xeon sitting in here, throws out the Macropie, but gets taken down by the Shadow Demon, Shadow Poison. Wei still sitting in a bad spot. They know they have the dust on the team. I don't know why he's still here. Shiro comes in with a big Meld Strike and a big
There's the
shackle shot
dust.
as well. And there is the dust that I was talking about.
Dire's top
That is the
tower.
second use of
You
the
know the
dust,
drill.
and the mech still not popped by Kyra as well. There we go. So they're going to try and push this tower down with the Illuminate
Someone's
as well
having
as the Cobble
technical
Blast.
difficulties.
Yeah, no mana,
The
on,
Dire
unfortunately,
might
for
want the top tower.
ulti. Now it has it. Might use it to take this tower quickly.
Maybe.
Dire's top
Save it for the
tower.
next.
You know the drill. Dire's top
They're going to
tower's
keep on
gone.
pushing this through. They do have the Alchemist
mid
in
towers
mid lane
having
as well, who,
technical difficulties.
while they're being 4v5ing as
There's
we
the
up,
ulti,
oh, the
I was
ultimate
about to
comes out, but the follow-up is not there. Kaya walks into an Ice Path, tries to win run away, is slowing down these heroes with the win run, and Shiro blinks in. Look at the damage on hengtengc, takes out one, almost two. Yeah, the Spectre does go down, the stun thrown out, but the disruption comes out right after, utterly broken. Trapped inside with his illusions. Oh, and the shackle shot and shadow poison enough to take him out. Kaya going for the warlock and Shiro and just leaving Xeon because they knew he's absolutely no problem
Guess what's
for
happening to
them.
Dire's bottom tower?
And
Completely
good game
forgot-
is called.
Oh, well,
Come on,
that's a
this
GG
ain't
to
over.
Kaya, basically.
So that is XP lead of 10,000. Look at the way it's spiked up in the last 5 minutes. As
Look at
well
the
as
net worth.
12k
Tower's
gold.
getting beat down.
The net worth
So
right
well
there.
played coming out. So we don't see the return of Wei. No Rampages this game. But a good
Dire
game
might
nonetheless.
wanna
An
mine that
excellent
top
play on the windrunner by Kaya. As well as some good play by Shiro as well. It was an excellent mid.
I like how they've called the GG but then continue to fight. Oh, Shiro goes down.
They just want these kills. They've lulled them into a false sense of security. Maybe the good game called
Someone's
too early.
dropped out like a kid in school.
Bad game, I think.
But
Bad
Kaya is still surviving. Oh, the very short range.
Oh,
Not coming out.
does
Oh,
the-
the dagger's gonna miss, and she's power shot her way through the trees. They think she's gone down, but she's gone up instead. She's gonna TP out as well. Oh, the deafening blast just too short.
escapes.
What an escape!
Oh,
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
one of those couple extras. The power shot. I would not have thought of the power shot, honestly.
Power
I would have
shot to
attempted-
tunnel through
Dire's
the
mid
trees.
tower won't last.
I would have
much
tried to
longer.
TP away before the power shot. Like, they would run the end of the path and probably gotten caught by a stun.
Amazing play there. We'll just
Dire's
wait for the
mid
rest
tower
of the
could use
guy
a little help.
the DC.
Hope the Dire
with
weren't
DC.
partial to that mid tower.
Yeah, everybody does need to DC.
Dire's mid tower's having
Means you're broken.
technical
We know you're lagging.
Oh, there we go. He's gone now.
Needed to get that
Taken
last
out in
kill.
the end.
That is
Dire's
GG.
mid
Kaya
tower
picking
could
up
use a little
that
help.
4-star at the end of the game just because.
And Keeper of the Light, the clutch 4-star buy is really going to save him
Dire's
from
mid
the
tower won't
disconnected
last much
players.
longer.
Yeah, he'll be able to escape all of them.
It's all for the endgame screen, which should pop up in a matter of
Trouble brewing
seconds.
at Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's mid tower, that's a win.
And there we go, the throne is destroyed.
That's one dead throne. Alright, well, GG to the Radiant.
Very good game. As we said, excellent play coming out from Kai, really dominating that offlane against Gyrocopter, who was experiencing some lag issues, apparently. But still, a very, very good game, not dying a single time.
Yes.
So
Did you
well
fix up